someone to come and pity me. It's just because my man has took his night latchkey, his old night latchkey.
Hi, I'm Jaime. I'm a game developer. I have a formation in game programming and 3D modeling in video game. And I'm currently working on a crowdfunding platform called Driven. And I'm doing those live streams series to gather a team, especially to gather my own community, create my own community. And those live streams are about episodes on the different position and game development. And I'm doing a team for fun to create a game. And I'm aiming at beginners or amateurs to learn how to create a game. And in exchange, I will give support online during the live streams to my team or anyone wanting to participate in. I will do it. I will start it probably next week. So if you are interested, give a sign. I will help anyone, even if it's not about the team effort, even if it's about another thing, another subject related to game development. I will answer any of your question during the live stream. And if you want support, one-on-one support, you can become a Patreon on the link in the description below. There is my website, my crowdfunding platform called Me and Thesis. And the second link in the description is to support me. It's a tipping platform for live streamers. So today I did a couple of positions in the last episode, and today I will go over the one of the position I had in real life as a professional. It's technical artist. So as usual, there is a segment at the beginning now, and I scout the web for someone asking for help in game development. And this time I want to really try to find something, so bear with me while I'm doing so. So let's say let's search like Reddit. How to game dev. Okay, let's start with the first links that we find. So I almost forgot to main window. Okay. My green screen doesn't catch up. Okay. It's a very basic green screen. It cost like something like $4. It's like uh, how do we say? It's a color sheet that you can buy at a crafting store, large green color sheet, but it's not as good as like a $3,000, a $300 real green screen, but it's budget friendly. I don't. Usually, a budget you need to have an asset to make money in order to buy. So I decided to go with that. Since I don't yet have an income from my stream, I decided to not use not spend a lot of money. So let's see what this is. This is the game dev Reddit. This was 2 years ago. It's too old. It leads to this one that we have open. Okay, I can see what this is. Just to be sure it's the same thing. Doesn't seems to be getting started, and this is the frequently asked question. That's way better. Okay. Log with my continue. I decided to live stream earlier this morning. Yesterday I didn't stream and wanted to see if I did it in the morning instead, how the concurrent viewership would go, and it doesn't seem to be very different. I think people who are doing a live stream and have concurrent viewers, it's because they have followers. They end up having followers instead of having right away viewers at their first stream. Okay, let's set my profile real quick. I want game development. There. That's enough. Maybe no fault. My sister is currently in a very narrow. What is the best engine to make visual novel? I don't like visual novel, but I know there are engines that are more suited for, and like I don't remember the name. Maybe someone will mention it. I don't think Unity would be really the best, even though it can do it. It's just like Unity might have don't remember. I don't know what are the current licenses for Unity. let's say you want, you see there are some kind of payment to do. But this is not the licenses I want. Maybe under not the right place. Mm. Okay, you can use the free version, but I think maybe they modified the free. Okay, when you make more than 100,000, you need to buy Unity Pro. So that's why, but I don't think probably a visual novel won't make as much. But if you think that you will make more than that with a visual novel, I would say you can go maybe with I don't remember the name, but I know there are people are using other engines. I heard one not long ago. But you could check the licenses with the other engines. Let's go to the next. I just want to see look at this. Okay, it's just like answering the usual questions. I just need to go to the toilet and I'll be back in a few minutes. How should I go about learning how to develop simple games using STO? I would say there's a goal. I mentioned it. It's I don't think he used SDL. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Maybe would take a look. But Hazel Engine from the journal. It's a YouTuber that does 2D, 3D engine, but in C++ and C. Maybe that might not be. There is a library called Raylib, but I will skip this one because it's not something I know. I don't know engine or other things. I don't know C. I know C++, but C, I think there are no pointer and no classes or something. I don't remember. How did you guys learn how to code and make games? I want questions like really in the nitty gritty of creating a game. How to make games on your own without having to rely on video all the time. This is just you can't avoid video and try without video. It might be longer. It's like why would you use AI to help you code? Sometimes the AI will get you faster. It will give you the answer that you will add search on Stack and Stack Overflow or Google for hours, and the AI can just spit it out. Of course, the AI will make a lot of mistakes, but the training data is the same as the one you will have when you will search. Almost the same because the AI is not up to date, of course, but usually messages like that are old. But I'm curious what people have to say to this guy, to this question, because programming it's really not something that you know everything. You don't need to know everything, and it's really it's really well accepted and well understood that it's programming is like that. I don't know if I can find a meme that will make you understand a bit the state of the affair. I would say how everyone feel like. Maybe there are some that that know the language, a lot of language, and they know like Unreal from A to Z and all the aspect of Unreal, and they don't need video will be worse for them because YouTubers or anyone making video are not specialists and they can induce mistakes. So you need really to know the thing you need to read the documentation and even go deeper than that. Unreal, when you can have the source of Unreal code, source code, and play with it. Look how Unreal is made. Oh, I don't remember the memes. Maybe I should, but usually you will see memes that goes in this kind of you don't need to know the language, you don't need to know everything about programming to program, so you can rely on video. Of course, it feels like you are an amateur or beginner, but the faster I leaned into this, the better I went, because I started trying to memorize C# from everything. Like I read books about C# and took notes, and I didn't understand why I couldn't learn how to program. And a few decades later, I started to understand that I need to apply the knowledge as fast as possible. I need to reduce the learning, the memorization, and apply more rapidly. So that's not necessarily bad to go look at. Maybe not a video that tells you everything, like journal on Basil, who's making the engine from A to Z, but rather like when you need a specific tool in your project, a specific thing, it's a good thing to pick parts of code and try to clean it and fit it in your project, and then you start to understand it because you play with it rather than memorizing. That's what I was thinking. Says when asking how to make a game with no experience, it's common to hear just make something, and it's not helpful. I will answer this one. I was currently answering a question I read on Reddit during my live stream, and was saying or I am currently answering question I read on Reddit and during my live stream, and what I was saying that in order to learn programming, you have to reduce memorization time and increase this application. You could what maybe the short answer is on the basic. Then do a project that animate. Do you say animate in English? In French we say anime. It shows tenim. In English, how do you say this? That animates. Do you say that for the bodies? But do you say that for someone that is inspired? No, you say inspired. Inspire you the more. And the basic of a language. And then implement your game idea. Is it about game? Yeah. In a given engine. Then when you are blocked by an issue or anything structure related, ask the web. So that's what I said yesterday too. You do your project, and then when you are stuck, you check, you search on Google. When you don't know how to do one thing, you go and search, and I always did that. And at the end, if you keep going, you always end up finding what you needs to do to be done, what's need to be done, and if you can't find it, you can ask. Like this is the first question, and eventually there will be more. I rarely ask anything now. Sometimes your code becomes so complicated that it becomes too complicated to ask to tell your issue, but most of the time you can still tell it even though it's complicated. YouTube or on even I make is this Sorry, I forgot again to show my monitor. But there was no visual, so apart from this. Okay, let's check my profile, change this a bit to be more welcoming, maybe. Do I change? Let's make another avatar. Don't want to buy another avatar, I think. Put my my logo. Even which one? No, the one without borders. Mayhem. This is better that way. Display name, but can I change my address name? Oh, no, I can't know what. Okay. Let's go back to the basic. So since I answered at least one, I think I will keep this into this link into my English stream website links for myself or other other stream, other episodes. So let's go. Today it's about the technical artists, and I had a really great idea that I should have gone with the other jobs position. In the other episode, I used to tell not in every episode, but I used to search at least in one position. I think it was the level designer. Yeah, it was the level designer. I give the advice to look at the schools, what the schools in level design were teaching, and then I think I got a better idea that I should have presented at that moment. And that's, I just want to go back to the the, the list of position. So I had sound designers, character artists. Okay, I will go back to, oh, maybe that's too long because there are many of them. I will do them maybe another stream. But let's go with the technical artist as a theme of the day. And this way of searching now, it is a way, it is maybe better than going to, not better, but it covers another surface of knowledge that you should seek when you want to become, let's say, a sound designer, level designer, game designer, marketing specialists like yesterday. When you want one of those position in game development, any position, you can search for the school like I showed you, but you can also search another way. But first, before showing you the other way, I want to see what people say about technical artists. Can I see this? What do they? Oh, indeed, will maybe be more precise. Oh, they do. They say they do rigging. I did rigging animation though. I did tools a bit, but I did the material system using the material nodes in Unreal Material Editor. I did the pipeline for the artists. I didn't know scripting back then. Now I know scripting. I would be very good as a technical artist. This is usual. This too. So the thing, of course, that is different from an artist is this. But I didn't do script. I did visual scripting, which is nodes that you link. It's not as profound as this, but now I know scripting. Let's go for, let's see this. Okay, it's like the Reddit. Okay, the things you should do now, the new technique I want to teach you is to go search for jobs and see the description and to get a job in the industry. No, I already have a LinkedIn. Technical artist job. Now you go and You see, in Montreal there is a lot in the tech and video game industry, even though right now it's hard to get in because of the layoffs. But there are many jobs in the layoffs is creating like a difficulty because the big seniors, people who have experience are the first to get other jobs where there are no layoffs. Job description. This is too short. That's why I wanted to go on. Okay, you see that's this you can you often I saw people complaining about the experience in job description, but they want you to, when the employer do this, they want to see who's have the drive to bypass this. Do you have the drive to say I will go for it even though I don't have 6 years and more? So don't feel blocked by this. As long as you have the rest. So Unreal Engine, you see this often. Shaders. This is art, but you can practice. It's art because it's true that there are not a lot of. I remember in my class when I had shaders to do. I have the course on shaders, and there were not a lot of help online for that. It's really hard. There are content on it, there are documentations, but not a lot of tutorials. Not as much as the other thing, VFX, lighting. So sometimes animators do VFX, but I guess that technical artists are like generalists. They do animation, it seems, and VFX. The usual. But I guess that you can come if you are able. Sometimes it's because the team are working with all those licenses, and you have a file in Maya, and you want everyone to be able to open it in Maya. So you can try to find if you can get the trials of those applications, but Blender is free, and when you see Blender you can feel safe. HLSL for the shaders. This one is the one I was talking about in my, I think it was HLSL in Unity in my courses. Profiling. You need to check this profiling. I don't know pics. I don't know real-time 3D. I will need to check that. Right. Profiling an asset. Okay, it's an asset. It's an asset to have knowledge in. Knowledge of scripting, programming. C# is really easy. Python is even easier than C#. .NET, well, C++ is art with the pointers and classes and recurring. Sometimes you have classes and you try to avoid including. You need to include the best way to include, because you have recurring includes. You might include multiple times the same classes if you don't take care of your encapsulation, the scope of your classes, and you can have I don't remember the name. I don't like to forget about things. When you have a call to class in the headers. Now let's ask the AI. I don't leave a bad memory behind. Not a word. I think you won't understand even though it's a bad grammar. No, that's not the name I'm looking for. Circular dependency. C++ and the classes when you are a beginner. You end up calling a header somewhere and you forget, and then you call the header at this place, and this header you call the class another class, and it creates a loop. That's art in the C++. You don't have this in. I didn't experience it in C#. I don't think maybe there is recurring dependencies with circular dependencies, but I didn't experience it in C#. There are no headers in header files in C#. That might be why. So if you want to practice your team player skills with me, be part of my team. I will teach you the other thing that they don't say there. It's a use of project management tools like Jira and stuff, and other management tools that you need to know. I can teach you also version control like Git, Perforce. Usually they don't tell about it, and when you arrive on the job and you never touch Git or Perforce, you need to learn it on the spot, and it's very stressful because you can break the build and be look upon, because sometimes there are systems where I think they now don't do this anymore, but there was a time like 10 years ago or something when someone broke the build. They were like a place where they put a Nerf gun that shoot towards his desk. I heard a story like that in a game studio. I don't remember which one. I think maybe Ubisoft or EA. I don't remember. But there was a little gun, electronic automatic gun that aimed at the person who broke the build and shoot a Nerf bullet. There was another place that this one I heard a lot is Shame, the hat Shame, like a big hat that the person that broke the code had to wear when they broke the code. And there is other things like that. At my job, it was a screen on that everyone would see with the loading bar of the build, and when the build broke, it was red with the name of the people who were on that build, or worked on the files that are in the build that was broke. And I appeared sometime on this. Everyone end up appearing. It's so you need to be calm, because you know that most people, if not everyone, will eventually break the build. It's not something that you can always avoid. But to avoid it, you need to learn how to work in teams, work with the software like GitHub and Perforce. Be sure when your code is okay and can be pushed on the next build. Check with communicate with the QA to test. Communicate with your team members to test your changes before merging it on the next build. Things like that, you need to learn that. And often when they don't say that on the job description, and since they don't say this, they assume that you know it because of the 6 years. But you can learn it with a team like mine, the one I want to build. Of course, I never did build a system, but I would like to know how to do this, to create my build system, like using I don't remember the name. Build automation. like it's a little character with a mustache. This one we use at our job because it's one of the free build. Let me see, 3, 2, 3. It's not this one. Jenkins. This one. I would like to try one of the free license build tool with you if you want to gain experience in team-like production and be prepared for any job. So that's for this one. Let's check like another game. This one, since it's Epic game, it's more like you will work on the game engine rather than on the maybe they have games. Sometimes you just check if it's for like the big game they have the what is it called? The new PCG new the PCG system. It doesn't seems to be on one of the games. Since you work on the PCG. Okay, you work on the game. It's probably like the big game they have that gave them a lot of money there that every kid are playing. Fortnite. These are the game. I don't think Sims is in the list. They didn't do a new Unreal tournament. It's the other thing. They did a new game similar to Unreal Tournament. I don't remember the name. I would search it as a Epic game, FPS game. Maybe it's not from them, the game I think of. But Fortnite is similar to. I think maybe it's the Fall Guy. No, it's not the Fall Guy. There was was free on Epic. At some time, maybe it didn't count, so they might be left it. Was free. Machine Arena. Oh, I think it's, oh no, it's not this one. FPS Arena. I don't like to forget things, but let's let it slide. Technical art, 3D art, cloud chamber. Let's see what they ask for. But sometimes they are not explicit, you know. Substance painter, substance designer. They are you can there is substance designer in Blender. You can do procedural texture, which can reach for free the quality of, maybe not as good. I didn't try it, but the visual I saw from YouTube was similar to Substance Designer. And Substance Painter, you can do polygon painting in Blender, but I think it's limited. It's not as versatile as Painter. Like I think in Painter you can do a lot of many things, like you have special brush and special effect, like but I think you can reach those effects in Blender, and if you can't, you can buy add-ons to reach the effects, but sometimes you can't, and you can if you really want to learn. There should be a trial version, and you can do the trial and practice as much as you can. Or buy a version. It's quite cheap, $50 a year. A month. What? Okay, it's either a year or a month. It's not cheap for a month, but if you really want to do that, 50 euro, you practice for a year. You can end up doing animated substances, shader networks. What is shader networks? This is, for me, it's not shader networks. It's visual scripting. This is what I did in Unreal as a technical artist. It's shader networking. Let's see, they call it shader network in Unreal. No, they don't say shader network. They have their own terms. Procedural texturing. This is what I said about the substance designer, it's called procedural texturing. You can do procedural texturing in Blender. Tier level, I think it means some people that are on the same level as you. Yeah. Self-motivated towards solving creative problem, able to respond. I I would not like to use you to a job, but if that's what you want to do, I would say go for it. I would like to be to give you more independence, that rather than telling you go work for someone that will make money on your back, because people don't know their worth, and I hope that Driven will make you get out of this rat race. So, but they are, even though I don't like the idea for you to go work for someone else than yourself. I would say it's still a good thing to learn, because they are right about the material you need to know, because they do it and they do it efficiently. So that will be it, and we'll keep it short today, and I would keep it short to this point. And if you want to support me, there is a tip link in the description above my website URL, and you also can go on my website mehendises.com, and in the bottom of my landing page there is the social media icons. You can spot the P-shaped icon, which is Patreon, if you want me to help you on one-on-one session instead of the online session. You can become a Patreon, and I will be giving you a special VIP place in the Discord server, and take the time to answer your question when I am free. You can still join the Discord without being a Patreon, and I will let you chat in the general chat system, but I might not answer. I will leave the other users to answer you, because my schedule will be very tight eventually. If many people become a Patreon, I won't be able to help everyone. So that might change over time, of course. So that will be for today. We will see tomorrow. I think I will try another time zone, like yes, maybe like I don't think the time zone will change something, because I tried different hours of the day and no one is showing up during the live stream, but they show up. They look at the recorded live stream. So maybe I just have to wait until I have more fan base viewers. So that will be it. That will be it for today. thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow. It is laggy. My OBS doesn't respond. Uh, It's okay. There